Now, we missed our countdown on that video, but that's okay. We're recording. So let's turn off the section box for a moment. We've decided we've got to do something here. What's that going to be? Well, let's go to our south elevation. We have a basement level. So let's go to that floor, right? And before we do anything else, notice in our 3D view that we don't have a floor in our basement. So how are we going to put a floor down there? Okay, let's go ahead and go to our our basement view, and let's go to the structure tab. And under structure, there's a command called slab. Now, by default, it's going to throw you into a 6-inch slab. But here's what I'll tell you. In most of your homes and in most residential homes, the slab in the basement is about 4 inches thick. All right, 6-inch slab is a very thick and expensive slab. That 2 inches of concrete is a lot more concrete than you think, and I'll show you why and what I mean when we do something in a moment. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say edit type, and over here I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm simply going to change this to a 4-inch slab. But that's not all I need to do. Remember, I have to go into the structure under the construction parameter, and I'm going to go here and change this to 4. Okay? Then my next step is going to be to I can either draw a rectangle and draw this slab, and that's probably what I'll do. I'll come in here, right? And I will go from, let's see, let me do something first, people. I'm going to quit that. Here's what I want to do. I'm having a problem right now because I'm seeing double. I'm seeing my floor above, and I don't need to do that here. Let me turn off, and this is just housekeeping, people. I'm going to say I don't want to see an underlay. Whoops. My underlay is now off, and now those are just my basement walls, so this will be a lot easier. I'll go back to the slab command. I'll come in. I've got to do this again because I didn't save my settings. I'll change this to 4, just like I did the first time. And I can do this one of two ways. I can draw a rectangle from this corner to this corner. Or if I undo that step, I can say pick lines. It's a very helpful tool. And I can pick 1, pick 2, 3, and 4. And now I'm going to finish. Now I have a slab. How can I tell I have a slab? Well, you say I can't see a slab. However, I'm going to hover over this wall, and while I'm hovered and I'm close to this edge, I'm going to hit the tab key. And I'm going to try and pick up my slab. I can't see my slab. Where is my slab at? The beauty of Revit is that we can work view to view. In this 3D view, now I can see that slab, click on it, go back to my basement view, right? And now I could edit that sketch. You see how I have the option to edit it now? I could try to select everything and go to my filter, but I'm still not picking it up. It's because that slab has gone somewhere. Where has it gone? We're going to use a helpful tool in Revit that I use a lot to figure this out. I'm going to go to my view tab, and I'm going to go to the section, and we're going to cut a section view right down the middle of the house, just like this. And I'm going to right click on this and say go to view. Now if you look and I go to SD, there's my slab. Why do you think we cannot see the slab in the other view? I'm going to pause the video. We're going to discuss that. All right, so as Dan mentioned, right now our slab is cutting into our what? Our footing. That would not happen in real life. The reason being, and watch what happens here, I'm going to click this. I'm not going to move that slab. Once I click it, I'm going to do a couple of things. First of all, I want to point you to this, the structural foundation that this is, because it is a structural element. And if you look, the volume of the square footage is given to you now of that concrete. But something else is important too. If I come up here, notice, you see where it says height offset from level? I always want, and we'll talk about this in building technology, my slab to sit on top of my footing. So I'm going to say from this level, I'm going to offset it, the slab's thickness, 4 inches, and it moves up. Now, if I go back to that basement view, look what I can see and also select with my filter. I can say check none, foundations, apply, and now it's selected. The reason I wanted you to see that is if you look at the area and the volume of that slab, what if I was to go here and change it to a 6-inch slab? Look how those numbers jump up, right? That's a lot more concrete, and an inch or 2 more concrete in thickness is thousands of dollars, okay? So it matters. Now that that's there, when I go back to my south elevation, I'm okay here. If I go to my 3D view, now I have a slab and we can get prepared to get that dirt out of our basement, and we'll do that in the next video.